Part 3 of our problem-solving adventure. We are going to look at 2 simple problem-solving strategies, CPS, MEA. We are going to simplify things. A heuristic is a general problem-solving strategy. We're going to simple this up. But this is one of the most effective problem-solving strategies. It's not the only one, but I find it's the most important one. Now, we have broken the process down into steps, step 1, step 2, step 3. We call this a thinking frame to guide our thinking. Now this can be used in your boardrooms, your classrooms, your corporate settings, whatever. This is simplified so you can also teach the process to students. Step 1, define the problem. Right? And you will be a more effective problem solver if you do these steps. Step 2, generate as many solutions as possible. That is brainstorming. We're going to get to that in a little bit. Step 3, choose the best solution or one that seems to work. And then step 4, elaborate and refine. And of course, afterwards, implement and then review, evaluate, and refine as necessary. Now, here is a nice little graphic organizer. You can use this in your classrooms to give students the structure, problem, generate ideas, best, etc., etc. Let us talk about brainstorming first of all. You know, we naturally think that students and adults know how to brainstorm, but they don't. In our classrooms, we have to teach each of these steps. You should have a poster up that looks like this. I would say in your corporate environments, in your teachers' meetings, you should also have these steps posted because so many good ideas get squashed. Step 1, when you are brainstorming, all ideas must be accepted. No criticizing. You know, how many times you're thinking out loud, you bring up an idea and people automatically say, oh, that idea can't work because. I get so angry because that just squashes thinking. All ideas must be accepted, even kooky ideas, because it expands the range of thinking. Even ideas that couldn't possibly work need to be accepted here because we see a greater range of ideas. Freewheeling related to this is celebrated. Creative, bizarre, unusual, and even silly ideas are welcome. Smart aleck comments and random associations. It stretches our thinking and gets us thinking more broadly. The third one, the goal of brainstorming is quantity, not quality. The more ideas, the better. We have a greater range of ideas to choose from. We see things from more perspective. And for hitchhiking is welcome, is celebrated, is embraced. This is when you add an idea to one that's already been stated or combined 2 or more ideas. Yes, I'd like to hitchhike on that idea, and I think if we, all right? So it's a technique many good problem solvers or creative people use. So you need to encourage and teach your students about how to use hitchhiking, what it is, and how to use it. And again, here's that nice graphic organizer that you can use. Means and analysis is another simple problem-solving strategy, but effective. And teach your students how to use this, as well as your boardrooms, corporate settings, and teacher meetings. Describe the current state. Describe the desired state. Now remember, a problem is incongruence between the current and desired, so define each of these. And then simply generate a list of necessary steps or things to do. By the way, when we look at problem solving, one of the things that gets in the way of effective problem solving is people start with the answer. Oh, here's this neat idea, we should try it. Well, you need to define the problem. Don't start the problem with the answer. And that's why if you don't generate a whole bunch of ideas, if you focus and fixate on one idea, you're not going to be very effective problem solvers. Here's a nice little graphic organizer, current state, desired state, necessary things to do. If I define the solution, I'm just going to get a very limited perspective on this. An example, Miss Gulch is mean, nasty, and selfish. We want it to be less so, things to do, and I'm just generating a whole bunch of ideas and all of these things. That's an example. All right, 2 problem-solving strategies. And I'm going to say it one more time because it's so important. Do not start with the answer. In teacher education, we see this all the time. You see this new fad, this neat thing that we just must do. All right, no matter how neat it is, for what problem is it an answer to? In education, we see the fad of the month. Usually the fad of the month is a result of not defining the problems and generating a whole range of ideas. Then you might choose that strategy, but unless you've gone through the problem-solving process, it's just a fad that you latch onto, and usually these are not very effective fads. All right, that is the end. Part 3, one more short video coming.